Just an update on the junior sprint feature race number 2. The unofficial results will remain unofficial. They'll be next week. The first junior sprint race will be a continuance of feature race number 2 tonight, where it finished off. So those unofficial results are none and void right now. Next week's junior sprint race, the first junior sprint race, will be a continuance of tonight's feature race number 2, where it was ended when the cars were sent back to the pits. Time now, NASCAR Mini Truck feature race number 2. 25 laps. Front row pole truck will be Keisha Zimick out of Melbourne, Ontario in the 15. Outside row number 1, the 19 of Caleb Gertz out of Ilderton. Row number 2 will be the 9 of Tyson Feist out of London and the 18 of Ilderton's Quinn Gertz. Row number 3, Dylan Graham out of Glencoe. And Nick Thuss out of, Carson Sim out of Ilderton in row 3. Nick Thuss is going to be in row 4 inside, alongside feature race 1 winner Hayden Sim out of Kamoka. White flag on the speedway. Getting set to turn these trucks loose. Keisha Zimick will lead him to the line in the blue 15. Caleb Gertz on the outside. Here we go. Green flag, NASCAR Mini Trucks. Tyson Feist right there in that red number 9. A dead heat in the turn number 3. Here they go, all of them all together here to complete lap number 1. Almost 3 wide. We are 3 wide for 4th. As Hayden Sim took a little peek on the inside of Dylan Graham and pulled out of it. Still side by side for the lead. Zimick on the inside, Gertz on the outside, Feist right there. They'll go 3 wide again, right behind him. It's Hayden Sim to the inside of Graham. He'll split him and he'll grab a spot. Here comes Carson Sim trying to follow him through on the inside of Quinn Gertz in the 18. Meanwhile, at the front of the field, Keisha Zimick will grab the lead. A great show of strength by the 15 truck. Caleb Gertz will fall in the second, then it's Feist. Here comes that 49. Hayden Sim trying to go back to back and will grab 3rd spot now. And the 49 coming to the front, started shotgun on the field. It's Zimick, Gertz, Sim at the front, Feist in 4th, side by side, Carson Sim and Quinn Gertz for 5th. Then it's Thuss and Graham. Front 3 starting to get away now from the 9 of Feist. Still side by side for 5th between Carson Sim and Quinn Gertz. We saw a lot of that in feature race number 1. But it's Keisha Zimick at the front of this field in that blue 15. Hayden Sim all over the rear decklet of Caleb Gertz in that 19. Carson Sim off the pace. 3 trucks passed him in one turn. He lost momentum, and he's at the back of the field. And Carson Sim is off the pace. The 43 might exit here in turn number 1 and will stay green. Yes, we will. Carson Sim out of the race here. Front 3 go right by into turn number 1. Zimick, Gertz, Sim, they're all right there. Caleb Gertz closing in on Keisha Zimick in that 15. Caleb won both features last night. Hayden Sim in 3rd spot won the first feature tonight, trying to do the double. And a huge 4-truck battle for the 4th spot going into turn number 3. Halfway done at the line in this truck final. Feature race number 2. 2 separate really good battles here in the racetrack for 1st and for 4th. Into turn 1, Quinn Gertz to the inside of Feist for position. Graham just past Thus for position. And Caleb Gertz looking to the inside of Zimick now. Is he there? Getting a nose in there. Zimick with a great run out of turn number 2 will grab the lead and hold it and extend to about a truck and a half. That allows Hayden Sim to close in on the 19 of Caleb Gertz. Out of turn 4 to complete another lap. Keisha Zimick at the front of this field. Caleb Gertz looks low again. Hayden Sim there in 3rd in the 49. The battle for 4th has dispersed. It's Quinn Gertz in 4th, Graham in 5th, Thus in 6th, Feist in 7th. And there's Caleb Gertz now to the inside in turn 1 of the 15 truck. Keisha Zimick with a run back on the outside. We'll see how much of a battle she can put up here. Caleb Gertz to the inside. Zimick right there as well on the outside. Here comes Hayden Sim as well. Gertz will grab the lead. A good run by Hayden Sim now to the inside of the 15 truck. Trying to get there for 2nd spot. Oh, put a blanket on him. They're all there together. Sim looks to the inside. Almost to the left rear wheel well of the 19. Battling for the 1st spot in turns 3 and 4. Caleb Gertz out front. Hayden Sim in 2nd. Keisha Zimick in 3rd. Popsicle sticks in the air. 2 laps to go at the flag stand for the 19 of Caleb Gertz. Trying to continue a dominating 2024 season, including 2 feature wins in night number 1 last night. He'll take the white this time by. It's Caleb Gertz, Hayden Sim, Keisha Zimick. 1 lap to settle it out. Dylan Graham trying to catch Quinn Gertz for 4th. Into turn 3, 1 final time. The domination that is 2024 for the 19 continues with Caleb Gertz taking feature race number 2. Followed by Hayden Sim, Keisha Zimick, Quinn Gertz, Dylan Graham, Nick Thus, and Tyler Feist. There he is, Caleb Gertz, give him a hand. Put into perspective how this season's been for the 19 team.
Oh, it's just been a great season. Yeah, we've been running great all season, and honestly, tonight was just probably the best race we've had all year because the truck count was just great, and it was just a clean race.
Keisha was very strong in the 15. Hayden putting pressure on you from behind. It was a great 3-truck battle up there.
You know what? I was getting worried with the 15 there. She seemed to have everything going right for her tonight, but then, yeah, we just found our little way through, and we kept pushing, and we made it.
Thanks, some people.
I want to thank Fulton J Financial, my mom, my dad, everyone who supports us, and Brad Clark, because he really who started J-Car for us here in Canada, and that's where I got my racing start. And without that, I don't think I'd be in this mini truck right now.
A sensational 2024 continues for the 19 of Caleb Gertz. Give him a hand. All right, final race of our Labor Day doubleheader. Bone stock division. David Rockwood in that number 9, your pole car here. Outside is the 99 of Chad Prue, both drivers from London. In the 77 of Ryan McNichol out of Exeter, Ontario. The 78, Hannah Hamilton from Thetford. The 22, Adam Generou from London. The 48, Jack Dixon from Mitchell. 25 laps, the scheduled distance here. Don't forget our championship night next Saturday, September the 7th, 6 p.m. start time. We'll double them up, white flag here. The 9 team looking for a weekend sweep here. Brian Batty at the controls last night won both features. David Rockwood already a feature race winner tonight. Here they come, green flag. We're racing with the bone stocks. Quick start by Rockwood. Here comes McNichol on the inside in that 77. Will grab second spot. Contact between Dixon and Hamilton. And the 48 will right the ship. McNichol trying to keep that 9 until Rockwood's gone. Like a rocket to start this feature. McNichol in second, Prue in third. Dixon will pass Hamilton for fourth. And it's Adam Genereux. But it's all David Rockwood right now in that 9 car at the front of this field. Dixon to the inside of Prue in turn number 3. That's for position. That'll be for third. Meanwhile, Rockwood's in another time zone right now in that 9. And it's McNichol, Dixon, and Prue. Leaders going through some traffic. Well, not the 9. The 9, as mentioned, in another time zone, a full straightaway ahead. But that 48 of Jack Dixon is on rails, has tracked down the 77 of McNichol for the second spot. And trying to work around the 77. Nice diamond there by the 48. Jack went high into turn 1, immediately turned left and cut the corner low in turn 2 and gained a ton of track and momentum on that 77. Now he'll try to the outside, halfway this time by for the 9 of David Rockwood. This out for a Sunday cruise. It's McNichol and Dixon battling for the second spot. Dixon looks to the inside. McNichol gave him an opening there. Dixon trying to keep it there. Might be there in turn number 1. He's there in turn number 1. Dixon on the inside, McNichol on the outside, down the back for second spot. And looks like Dixon might grab that spot. Yes, he'll complete the pass by the stripe. Jack Dixon up to second. The leader way out in front in turn 1 already, dealing with Genereux and Hamilton now. To the outside of Hamilton, no problem for the 9. That 9 car has been strong all weekend long. McNichol's not letting Dixon get away though for second spot, still there. Battling with that 48, McNichol looks to the outside. Lost a little bit of momentum there out of turn number 2. McNichol might have another shot here as they approach Hamilton and Genereux. Just a straightaway ahead now. To the outside of those back marker vehicles, no problem for Dixon. McNichol caught on the outside, so Jack will get some much needed room. And the leader continues to be David Rockwood, full half lap lead. on the 48 of Jack Dixon. Coming to the tail end of this feature. 2 laps to go. 2 to go for the 9 of David Rockwood. Capping off a sensational weekend for that 9 team, Batty Motorsports. Coming around to take the white flag. White flag for the 9 of David Rockwood. 1 more quarter mile to go. Battle for second resumes. Dixon and McNichol battling for that second spot. Rockwood to the outside of Prue. No need to pass him. Turn 4. The 4 weekend feature race sweep for the 9 car. And 2 today for David Rockwood. Coming out of turn number 2. Dixon will grab second spot from McNichol. And that'll wrap up racing doubleheader weekend. We saw everything over the last couple of days of racing here at Grand Bend Speedway for sure. We'll talk with David coming up. Don't forget, folks, championship night next Saturday, September the 7th, 6 p.m. start time. There he is, David Rockwood. Give him a hand, race fans. A dominating weekend for this team. And 2 feature race wins for David tonight. Great weekend for Batty Motorsports. 4 features, 4 wins, 2 for you today.
Yeah, man. Well, this thing, the last few times we've been here, this thing has been hurting. Last week I had to change the fuel pump in it because there was no fuel pressure, so we've been lacking speed all year long. So finally we got it fixed, and I knew I had to get going because Ryan was right behind me, and I know Ryan can wheel, so I was like, I gotta go.
Thanks some people for us, David.
First and foremost, I'd like to thank Broadway Service, McFarland Rollins, Postma Concrete, Harrington's, Lloyd's Paving, Batty Motorsports, and you fans for coming out. And I'd like to dedicate this one to Brad.
All right, thank you very much. Congratulations. Give it up for your feature race number 2 winner in the bone stock, David Rockwood. That wraps up a fantastic doubleheader weekend here on your Labor Day here at Grand Bend Speedway. Thank you so much for joining us. Don't forget, championship night next Saturday, September the 7th. We'll start at 6 p.m. next Saturday. Have a safe ride home. Enjoy the rest of your Labor Day long weekend, and we'll see you next Saturday night. Good night.